On December 29th, 2003, I was there. I would begin a period of my life where I felt like a failure on a near daily basis. 2 days earlier, after 8 loyal years of hard work, I was fired from my first job. No worries. I ended up getting back on my feet 8 months later. The mom and pop restaurant I was fired from continues to strive and thrive long after my absence. Nah, I'm just yanking your chain. The eatery closed up shop 6 months after they canned me. By the time I gave them my key and was shown the door, the business was already a sinking ship. Gordon Ramsay or Robert Irvine couldn't have saved it. A few days after I got my walking papers, a Sharks season ticket holder I knew who worked in the bakery department at a grocery store was kind enough to give me her tickets for this game. I would make the trek in the pouring rain while listening to my new No Doubt CD I got for Christmas. When my favorite teams don't make the postseason or just flat out suck, my expectations for them can range from low to reasonable. In the 2002-03 season, the Sharks missed the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time since 1997. They finished at the bottom of the Pacific Division and finished 4 points ahead of the Columbus Blue Jackets for the worst team in the Western Conference. During that season, the team went through a myriad of changes. Coach Daryl Sutter, fired in December of 2002. After 1 game under Cap Raider, Ron Wilson would come in and coach the team for the next 5 seasons. Their longtime captain Owen Nolan, traded to Toronto before the trade deadline. The Sharks wouldn't have a captain for the rest of the season. Their longtime general manager Dean Lombardi, fired. Taking his place, the first captain in the history of the franchise, Doug Wilson. The Finnish Flash, Teemu Selanne, gone. Signed with the Colorado Avalanche as a free agent and would be reunited with his Mighty Duck teammate Paul Kariya. To add insult to injury, the player the Sharks traded to get Selanne, Jeff Friesen, his name is on the Stanley Cup as a member of the New Jersey Devils in that same year. So entering the 2003-04 season, I had only one expectation for the Sharks that year: make the playoffs. Even if they got in as an 8th seed on the last game of the season, as long as they got in, they would have a shot at it. In the first month, it looked like I was about to be disappointed again. 10 games in, 1 win. 1. It wouldn't be until Thanksgiving when the Sharks would get it in gear with a 7-game unbeaten streak. Then the team became average again until some Christmas cheer came along starting on December 21st. They went on a 4-game unbeaten streak with 3 wins and a tie in 4 games against their Southern California rivals, and here we are. 4 games over 500, 12 of their games went to overtime going into this game, meaning by simply going to OT, they at least got a point in the standings, win, lose, or draw. They would be facing a team that was still in the middle of establishing themselves. The Nashville Predators were in their 6th season in the league, long before they were getting eliminated by the Sharks on 3 occasions and being the other victim of a Pittsburgh Penguins stranglehold on the Stanley Cup in 2017. The Preds were simply a mediocre expansion team trying to find their identity under coach Barry Trotz. Their first 3 seasons had the Preds finishing at the bottom of the Central Division. Then the Blue Jackets entered stage left in 2000, along with the Blackhawks having a horrible season, and the Preds would be in the middle of the pack. This would be the season where the Predators would finally finish the year with a winning record and make the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Starting goaltender for the Predators, Tomas Vokoun. Long before the days of Pekka Rinne, there was Tomas Vokoun. Vokoun was one of the OGs of the Predators franchise, plucked from the Montreal Canadiens in the 1998 expansion draft. Once Mike Dunham was traded to the Rangers in 2002, Vokoun would be their number 1 netminder. He would spend 8 seasons with the Predators, making his first All-Star game in that same 03-04 season. After the 2006-07 season, Vokoun would be traded to the Florida Panthers for some draft picks, but he would make another All-Star game in 2008. Starting goalie for the Sharks, Evgeny Nabokov. Nabby was hoping to improve from his poor showing in 2002-03 after a contract holdout to begin the season. In that season, he won a mere 19 games. Maybe this was a reason why the Sharks missed an opportunity to disappoint me in the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2003. I already covered quite a bit of his career in an earlier video, so here's a fun fact about the Sharks' 2003-04 season. The team had 4 captains. For half of the season, the captaincy was passed around from Mike Ricci to Vincent Danfus to Alan McCauley. Then for the rest of the season, and up until 2009, Patrick Marleau would be donning the C on his sweater. Even though my tickets were free, I said screw it and migrated over to my favorite section. Early in the first, the Sharks continued to be on a roll, as newcomer Nils Ekman gave the Sharks the lead with his 9th goal of the season.
Here's Ekman. He'll gain the Nashville line. Get a shot and he scores! Ekman steps in.
Ekman takes the puck, finds some space, and then snaps the puck.
Scott Hannon and Marco Sturm assisted on the pinger. You know what you haven't seen yet in my hockey storytime videos? Fightin'! So enjoy this jersey-grabbing, face-punching duel between the Sharks' Mark Smith and the Predators' Jeremy Stevenson.
And it is Jeremy Stevenson, and for the Sharks, Mark Smith, as Smith against the bigger Stevenson, gets a left hand in there. Now he pulls Stevenson down, and we'll give that one to Mark Smith solely on that one left hand he got in.
The Sharks would add to their advantage almost 9 minutes in after future 2004 All-Star Patrick Marleau netted his 17th goal of the season.
Ricci, left side pass. Here goes Marleau. Scores! Bothune went down early, and Patrick Marleau makes it 2-0.
Let's look at Patrick Marleau. Great timing on the play. Cuts in using his body to shield off the defender. Has the poise to hold on to the puck and listens and gets the puck up.
Former captain Mike Ricci and Todd Harvey picked up the assists. Dennis Arkhipov would be called for holding, putting the Sharks on the power play. At 16:38, Marco Sturm cashed in to give the Sharks a huge lead.
Ekman has a look. The pass isn't there. He hangs on. Now from behind the net. Sturm centers. They score!
What I like about this is the puck movement, but then the attack from the goal line. It goes off of Jason York's leg.
Ekman and Mike Rathje provided the helpers. Before the second period started, Bothune would get the hook, replacing him in net to stop the bleeding, Chris Mason. Midway through the second period, Todd Harvey would be called for obstruction hooking, putting the Preds on the power play. The rookie Marek Zidlicki would get Nashville on the board with the power play tally.
Walker to the point, quickly changing side. Zidlicki scores! What a shot by Marek Zidlicki. We talked about him being one of the best scoring defensemen this year in the NHL. He showed you right there. He makes it 3-1.
Zidlicki is on the right side here. He's going to step in and just absolutely drill the shot. It's just a good shot beating a good goaltender, that's all.
Kimmo Timonen and Scott Walker assisted. That's all that went down in the second period. To begin the third period, Rem Murray would bring the Predators within one with his 8th of the season.
Forecheck going, 2-on-1 here.
Chance for the Predators, they score! Rem Murray, the former Edmonton Oiler, pulls the trigger, and all of a sudden, we got a game again. It's 3-2.
As he takes Preising across, Preising goes to the man.
Jason York and Adam Hall would get the assists. No, not that Adam Hall. That's better. 17 minutes in, with the Sharks shorthanded after Kyle McLaren committed a delay of game penalty, Ekman would get his second goal of the night and a little insurance.
Ekman up the wing. Penalty coming against Nashville. Ekman scores!
But Ekman we've seen this move from Ekman. Delay, stop, go, snap it.
Not only did Ekman get his second goal, Mike Rathje would record his second assist on the goal. Preds pulled Mason for an extra attacker, and that's when Jonathan Chichu would put the finishing touches with the free goal.
And he scores!
The Chichu train with a heck of a move.
And now enjoy the last seconds of a milestone for Sharks coach Ron Wilson.
The thing he said, though, I thought was very impressive. He goes, also, I really enjoy the win.
Well, the Sharks may be perceived by some to be an offensively challenged hockey team this year, but they just reeled off 14 goals in their last 3 games. They win it tonight 5-2, and Ron Wilson can celebrate number 800 with a win. He gets the puck from the referee, and the Sharks skate off the Pacific Division leaders.
The Blackhawks stopped 19 shots, while Mason and Bothune combined to make 24 saves. After a 6-game unbeaten streak to close out the 2003 calendar year, the Sharks would not only continue to contend for a playoff spot, but a possible Pacific Division banner. While they would lose in small doses, the team would also put together streaks that would earn them points in the standings. That would be the key factor to this team getting back to the playoffs. I didn't know it yet, but I would be seeing something very special for the San Jose Sharks in that season, when I was there on December 29th, 2003.
That makes it 3-1. Here's the licking by Kyle McLaren. Boom! one more time. Check this head out. Check the head snap back by Martin Erath. Ouch. And then Kyle McLaren gets a little save. Linesman, nice hit. Thanks very much.